Hi there. What I want to do today really is just show you this Snapdragon Ego guitar. Really nice little thing. Ideal for travel because it folds away. I will just show you what happens when we fold it first of all. Although we've seen this on the Snapdragon advert, so if you're watching this, you've obviously looked at the Snapdragon YouTubes. But what they don't show you is things like the back of the guitar. These things were important to me when I was buying it, and it just became a guessing job as to what the build quality was really like. So there you are, you've got this single pivot here that somehow or other is rebated into the neck. Don't know how they've done it, but you just got to hope they've done it well. The one thing I will say is when you fold it, well, there's no lateral movement, so whatever it is, it's pretty well worked out, it would appear. Now, when you fold it, like you can see there's a piece of plastic there, there's a little bracket there, that little bracket there rests upon this little adjustable Allen screw there. That just helps you make sure that the strings are running parallel down the length of the neck. So it folds away like so, and then there's a little bit of foam rubber there that Snapdragon provides you with that fits in there. It just stops it swinging around. I actually made something else a bit more elaborate because I'm thinking it just might offer a bit better support. So I made that. That's pretty high compression. That is a piece of insulation that you would find all that is used for underfloor heating systems. So I just filed that out there, so it's a perfect fit. And now you could actually probably, if that was in an overhead locker on an aircraft, for example, it'd stand a bit of pressure if somebody was forcing the case on top of it. That was a bit more of thought. There's a piece of Velcro that goes around here that keeps these tidy, and of course it fits into the bag there, like that. I'll just drop it in and you can see it in there like so. It's not a bad bag, well padded, and it measures about 53 centimetres long when I measured it anyway. So you take that out of there. You have to go the right way with this thing, otherwise you finish up tying the strings in knots. It picks out there like that. That clicks in there, and the thing that makes it click is this off-centre pin here. And when it gets to a certain point, the neck just wants to keep going until the pressure stabilises and locks it in place. Now, it had 10 strings on it when it came to me. I took them and put 9s on, and because I put 9s on it, the click isn't quite as good as it was with 10s. The extra tension of the 10s, I would say, improves the stability of the neck, so it's not likely to move when you play it. So to me, my advice is stay with 10s if you buy this guitar. The neck itself is very slimline. The action when it came was quite good. The intonation was a little bit off, but it was acceptable really. I always frig around with these things. At the top of the neck you've got a 0 fret, piece of plastic with drillings in it. You've got to thread your strings through the drillings, just hook them around the neck, pull them flat, turn up the locking tuners at the back here to lock them in place, and I just tune it from there. So you don't finish up the coils of wire around the posts here, which just helps when you collapse it down like we just did then. It just helps it, it gives it a chance to come back into tune, which ain't bad. That's pretty good actually. Right, so that's your neck there. The frets on this, in my opinion, they haven't had no attempt have been made to finish these off. They've just been ground off and they're quite sharp. So I spent some time redressing these fret ends here. My benefit, if you play it long enough with rough frets, sooner or later your fingers wear it down anyway. But I just spent about an hour and a half sorting them out. And this end, of course, you've got the headstock, locking tuners at the back. The lacquer coating on the back of this one's okay. I did have another one actually that I sent it back. It wasn't well enough finish for me. And this one is the one they returned me, which is a lot better. This little thing here you can see there, a piece of Perspex. I made that. It's just a pick guard over a pick guard. Sooner or later, I always sell a guitar. I never wear one out, so I try to look after them while I've got them. Just so it's not getting scratched up. And of course you've got your humbucker down here, standard bridge, volume and treble, jack, quite nice strap post there, and there. Timber body, weighs 2.7 kilos this, out of the bag, put it in the bag, 3 kilos. So something to consider on your baggage weight. Not the lightest travel guitar around. What else can I tell you about this? Well, you look at it like that and you can see that the bridge is down here. Because that neck isn't rebated into the body, it means that the strings of the neck's going to be angled down so it runs down towards the bridge down here. So it just looks a bit strange because the neck's running into the guitar that way. Well, I thought it was strange anyway. It's actually quite comfortable to hold, and this piece here has obviously been sliced off it. You know, you can imagine that being a normal shape. That's been sliced off. But you don't miss it actually, because it sits on me here like that. It's quite comfortable. My armrest there, like it always would. So I don't miss that. It actually makes it lighter, and of course it fits in with the idea of folding it away. The timber it's quite hard. How about this? It certainly take a bit of dinging, I reckon. I've been playing on this now for about 2 or 3 months. I'm actually just down there, going across there a bit. The varnish is starting to wear away already, so it's quite a thin coat of varnish on it. It's kind of hollow under there. It does have good acoustic properties. I mean, unplugged. Quite loud. Now you can fiddle around on this. So that's quite good for somebody to travel a guitar. You just pick it up, practice something unplugged. I actually have bought one of these for it. I can plug my phone in there with backing tracks on, shove that in there, headphones, and away you go, self-contained. It actually comes with one of these. It's alright as a headphone amp. Got a little speaker in it, but I didn't think it sounded very good, so I just, to be honest with you, I haven't really used it. I tried it and then I just went to this because that's the way I'm doing it really when I'm away from home. That's the piece of Velcro you get for going around there, just to keep the strings in place. It comes with a couple of Allen keys, one that fits there, one that fits that little bracket under there. And I think you can also use it on these for setting the bridge. Pretty much I think that's about it really. Yeah, okay, I'll stop there for a bit. treble up. That almost hurts my ears. Really quite harsh. That's just through this microcube little amp here. Now if I've got a Bulgarian amp down here, now if I plug it into that it sounds different again. It calms the harshness, but through that amp there, this thing comes across really a little bit over harsh for my taste. But that is a matter of your ears and everything else. Personal taste.